call now. First letter suffix, D, E, and F. Whiskey Bravo 1, Echo, Mike, Echo, Dylan, all around. Still in WB1. Yeah. Next call group is first letter suffix, TH and I. Jeff and South Hadley, we're on battery power tonight. No traffic. Good evening, everybody.
SMT has a Yaesu radio.
Richard, W1HY, are you running a Yaesu? He's got the atomic, the red button pressed. Jeff, W1HY, this is Net Control at 1FTC. I think he is, Richard. Yeah, Jeff, look for the red button with the little nuclear symbol on it. You think you've pressed that, you're getting an extra tone. Okay, anyway, to move along. Welcome to Jeff, W1HYN. Next call group is first letter suffix, JK and L. Quiet this evening. This is November 1, Foxtrot Delta Charlie, taking check-ins for the MTARA information and listening for check-ins. First letter suffix, M, N, and O.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar November Alpha, Brian Wilbraham, commercial power, no traffic. Good evening, Bill. Good evening, everybody.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Victor Romeo, Dave in Southampton, commercial power, I hold no traffic. Good evening, Phil, and good evening to all on the net.
This is Silverline Bravo 1, November Oscar X-ray, 1. You know what? I'm assuming the machine tonight, battery power. I don't know how well I'm putting in or not. Good evening, Phil, and good evening, Net.
Doubling our number, starting out with KC1 and hey, Brad David checked in. KC1 OBR. And good enough, Richard, you are in the log. Thank you for joining us, KB1 and OX. Once again, this is November 1, Foxtrot Delta Charlie, taking check-ins for the information net. First letter suffix, PQ and R.
Here is November 1, Papa Victor X-ray, Stephen Westfield, no traffic. Good evening.
We want to know that's acknowledged. N1 PVX. KB1 on OX. Back to Richard.
I just switched from the 2 meter to the 440. Does it sound any different?
Very slightly, Ricky. Very slightly. Back to you.
Okay, see, I'm using a mobile antenna. It's giving me a better signal out, but it sounds better on the 440 side. I just wanted to check. Thanks, Phil. I'll let you get on.
Acknowledging a recheck from KB1 NOX and welcoming N1 PVX with active flag inside. Okay, next call group is first letter suffix SDNU. Here is Kilo Charlie 1 Sierra Fox 1 Kilo Charlie 1 Uniform Hotel India Blue in Westfield. No traffic. Good evening, Phil. Good evening to Ned. Welcome, KC1UHI. How do Lou? And for the first call, KC1 is all I had. Give me your suffix. Give me your suffix twice, please. Charlie 1 Sierra Welcome to KC1 SVP. Okay, on the log. Thank you for joining us this evening. Okay, that is correct, right?
This is the W1 TOM repeater, TL127.3.
No, that is correct. Welcome. This is November 1, Foxtrot Delta taking further check-ins. First letter suffix BW, X, Y, and Z.
Which one was that, I believe?
This is Kilo Charlie 1 Yankee November. Greg in South Hadley Battery Power on 2 meter. Good evening.
Greg, KC1YNN. This is N1FDC NCS for the InfoNet. Listening for any further check-ins. First letter suffix Alpha through Zulu.
Here is NL7FJ, Rich, in West Springfield. Good evening, Phil, and good evening to Annette.
Rich NL7FJ. Listening for any further check-ins. Are there any comments or queries for this net? Please call now.
W1HYN additional. Phil, how do I sound now? I think I fixed it.
HYN. Okay, you're not DFQ, but you're in. We're not getting the beep anymore. Back to you, sir.
Okay, great. Thanks for the heads up. Back to that W1HYN.
W1HYN, and thank you to Richard KB1NOX for that catch. Yeah, that was the red button, right, Jeff? Back to you.
Well, the button isn't red, but it's an older Yaesu FT60, and one of the buttons down on the bottom. But I guess I just hit it by mistake.
Happens to us all. Occasionally it'll happen to me. You have to be aware of the face of the radio. It does show up, but if you're just not looking, and most of us just, How many times do you look to see what frequency you're on after you initiate? All right, you are now well in and no more beeping. Okay, thanks for checking back. This is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie, listening for any further check-ins, comments, queries for this net. Please call now. N1 PVX. PVX acknowledged. What do you have, Steve? Over to you, sir.
Does anyone know if there are any in-person or Zoom Skywarn classes coming up?
Alpha 1 Uniform Echo.
AA1 UE will be on the log, and back to you.
There's going to be one in East Hampton, I think at the public service complex. And the date, as I recall, is late April. There's also one in Connecticut, and it's also being offered on Zoom. And I think if you go to NOAA.box or whatever, you can actually find the schedule there. Back to net control.
Thank you, Gary. This is N1 SDC. That's the N1 PVX. Question answered. Back to you, Steve.
Alrighty. Thank you very much, Gary. Back to net. N1 PVX.
WB1 AMA comment.
To the top of the list, WB1 EME, WB1 EME. This is N1 SDC. Over to you.
The one that was scheduled for the East Hampton Public Safety Complex is full. You can sign up for it on Zoom, and there will be other ones to be announced. Back to net.
Yeah, I'll give you an election.
EME, thank you for your input. KB1NOX, KB1NOX. This is N1 FDC. Over to you.
Yeah, last Sunday morning, meeting, D1IKA mentioned also that there will be a Skywarn training, but you have to sign up with the NOAA folks in Norton at the NOAA box, and there's a kind of a long string of things to put together, but there is going to be several Zoom teachings available. You have to pick out, I think 3 of them coming up.
KB1NOX, then KB1 PVX. Did you copy KB1NOX?
Roger that. I will go in their webpage. Thank you.
That's why we're here. Any kind of information you need, someone's probably going to have. This is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie, Net Control Station 4. This is Top Information Net. Listening for any further comments, questions, or late check-ins. Being heard. This has been a regular session of the MTA Area Information Net, which is held every Wednesday beginning at 7:30 p.m. And this time, I wish to thank you all for checking in to the W1TOM repeaters. MTA Area asks, if you use our repeaters, please support MTA Area. Keeps things on the air. This is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie. Turning the repeater back to normal. Stay tuned for the SwapNet and the ever popular N1 RLX. Emergency Simplex Net. Be back in about a minute for the SwapNet.
N1 PVX, KC1UHI. I just forwarded that chain to as far as the Skywarn training that I received by email, so you should have all the information you need. There is the virtual one coming up in May, just by Zoom. That's also listed on there with a link. So check your email, and there it is. KC1UHI, back to you.
I love it when a plan comes together. Thank you, Lou. N1 PVX. LCT, use the repeater before we begin the next net.
This is the W1TOM repeater, PL127.3.
Good evening once more, and welcome to the MTARA SwapNet. This is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie, SMCS for the evening. Our net is every Wednesday around 8 p.m. or after the info net. The purpose of this net is to help amateurs buy, swap, and sell ham radio and related items, as well as computers and computer-related items. That has two simple rules. No bargaining is allowed on the airwaves. However, we give a brief description of each item, and coughs again like last week. And number 2 is please give a phone number or some way you can be reached after the net. At this time, are there any licensed amateurs on frequency with an item for sale, swap, or something you're looking for? Please call now.
Alpha 1, Uniform Echo in Southampton with one item.
N1 PVX. United AA1UEMN and 1 PVX. AA1UE, AA1UE, go with your item.
I have a ICOM 7300. It's very lightly used. Actually, because I have many other radios. And it does not have a box. Don't know what I did with a box, but it has a microphone and a manual. And I would like $650 for that radio. And I can be reached at AA1UE.AA1UE@gmail. AA1UE.AA1UE@gmail. By the way, I live in Southampton for those folks that don't know. And my phone number is 413-575-5000. 413-575-5000. Thank you, Phil. Back to that.
This is N1 FTC NCS. What bands does that cover, Gary? Back to you.
Yeah, that's HF. Can't remember if it does 160, but it does go through 6. I think it's 160 through 6. It runs 100 watts. It's basically got a 6-inch screen on it. And the full specs on it. If you look it up online, you can get a pretty good description if that's something you're interested in. It's a popular radio. Go ahead.
The further description. Anyone interested? Call A1UE direct. It's N1 FTC NCS. Something hurt? Good luck with that. Maybe someone will give you a contact during the week. Thank you. Gary. Okay, N1 PVX, N1 PVX. This is N1 FTC. You're listening, sir.
All right, thank you, Phil. I've got a Comet SBB7. It is a 2-meter, 70-centimeter mobile antenna NMO mount. It also comes with a lip mount, NMO lip mount, and I don't know how long the coax is, but it seemed easily 12 feet. Anyway, I'm looking for $40 for that. You can reach me at area code 413-562-0258. That's 413-562-0258. And the phone's ringing. There's my party.
In access to N1 PVX. Alright, I'm not going to ask if someone's going to call Steve. Someone already has on the phone. Are there any other listings for the SwapNet call? N1 FTC. This has been a regular session of the MTA area SwapNet. Held every Wednesday after the info test. Just thank you all for checking in. Please stay tuned for the N1 RLX Emergency Simplex Net.
By the way, hey guys, what's up? It's James Branch here. Actually, I just missed. I was actually in this room for like 3 hours at the drama room. They had drama class like 10 o'clock, is it? But yeah.
Moving along. Does anyone need to use the repeater? Having heard, this is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie. My name is Phyllis, Net Control 4, the N1 RLX Emergency Simplex Net. That means every Wednesday after the swap test that moves to simplex frequency 146.55. The N1 RLX Emergency Simplex Net is a formal net with the purpose to provide provide emergency communications training to the communities during emergency and crisis situations, answer questions pertaining to simplex and emergency communications, and generally practice that operation. Are there any stations with traffic or announcements for this? Please check in now.
This is the W1TOM repeater, DL127.3.
Heard when checking and listening for the following information. Your call sign using proper phonetics, current location, and the power on simplex. Stations who would like to check in. First letter suffix alpha through Mike. Please call now.
Here is Whiskey 1, Hotel Yankee November, Jet in South Hadley, battery power, and it'll be 5 watts on a handheld rubber duck knife.
This is November 1 India Victor Tango, Dan and Holyoke, 5 watts.
Yeah, the usual 5 watts. With Dan and Hoyle.
W1HYN, how do you do again, Jeff? And at 1 FTC Dennis joined us both at 5 watts this evening. Okay, looking for check-ins. First letter suffix November through Papa. Please call now. Here is November 1, Papa Victor X-ray, Stephen Westfield, and will be 50 watts this evening, Phil.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Victor Romeo, Dave in Southampton, and I'll be on 25 watts.
Welcome to N1 PV 50 and 25 1 KC1 OBR. This is November 1, Foxtrot Delta Charlie, net control for the 1RLX. Emergency simplex net. Further check-ins, Quebec through Zulu. Taking any check-ins for the log. Alpha through Zulu. First letter suffix. Please call now. They heard on simplex on all stations in order that you checked in. Please keep notes of who you can hear and their signal strength. You're so much better in winter than the summer. For stations that may have missed us here on the repeater. We will not move the net to 146.55. It's 146.55. Make sure your radio is set to simplex. Changing frequency. The N1RLX emergency simplex net this and every week. Thanks SPARA for use of the repeater. This is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie, temporarily signed the 9-4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is anybody else going I'll join. Don't have any. Oh, yeah, SB. What was cool? Alright, nothing. Let's check the sports section. Don't forget the news.
Thank you. This is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie, Net Control for the N1RLX Emergency Simplex Net. Listening for the following station. Starting us off this evening, W1HYN, WNHYN at 5 watts. This is N1FTC NCS. Jeff, you're right at my noise level. Try again, please.
No need for you again.
No, you actually dropped down. Do you have any more power, Jeff? W1HYN and N1FTC NCS. Just not making it. Hang on for a moment, Jeff. We'll try to go. I'll get back to you in a moment. We're going to move along to N1IVT. N1IVT. This is N1FTC. N1IVT. N1IVT. This is N1FTC. What happened to Dan? Steve, do you hear anybody except for me? This is N1FTC, N1PVX, N1PVX, N1FTC, NCS. Yeah, that's what I thought. But got to W1HY just barely. But he's right at my noise level. Noise level tonight's an S2. It's usually not quite that bad. Yeah, you can have a little bit of atmospheric stuff, boy. But Dan, he's just literally across the valley. I usually get him with a pretty good signal. You're, of course, at full strength. Okay, moving on. KC1OVR, KC1OVR. This is N1FTC. You're usually between 5 and 7 bars on the Yaesu. Over to you.
Did it?
This is N1